Do you have a strategy around the cadence you hit those with, the markets, or
I mean, on a pay-per-click, it's very simple. You choose a state. It's not really that hard. You choose a state, you see what it comes, because it's really hard to scale it in one area. You don't know where the lead comes up and how does it come. On the texting, we do it like everybody else. We look at the sales, we look at the comps, we see what works, we'll do it. But our system is large enough that we can process so many pieces of land that we don't have to just stay in one thing. So we really do everywhere. If we go a county, I pull every record in that county and I send everyone a text. Okay. And then based on what it comes, we process.
I haven't seen a lot of people who do pay per click. How long have you been doing that for? And do you have a feel for the ROAS on pay per click versus texting and RVMs?
So I've been doing pay-per-click. My background, I used to do lead generations. So that's where I come from. I'm very familiar with pay-per-click. And the biggest challenge on a pay-per-click and what this value ROIs is how you process your deals. Because it's not like you can go to one subdivision and say, I'm just getting deals from this subdivision. I know how to exit it. I know where to go. I know what to do. I know how to evaluate it. You get in Texas, one deal you may get from Galveston County and one deal you may get it up North Texas. Totally two different monster. Anybody wants to get on a pay-per-click, it's a great source, but at the same token, your backend has to be able to handle so many different things. You cannot say, I'm just doing over 1 acre deals on this thing. You might get a 100 acre and you might get a 2 acre. And if you cannot monetize those correctly, you're going to lose money because that lead costs you the same amount of money regardless. We get a good ROIs on those things, but as I said, takes a different approach for pay-per-clicks than you're doing your texting. Because your texting, you can control everything. You decide the size, you can decide where it goes, your buyers even before you start it. On pay-per-click, you don't.
Yeah, that's a whole business in itself, trying to run that whole pay per click campaign. So that's probably why you don't see a lot of people doing it, is because it's such a unique angle. Do you sell services to other teams like lead gen services, or you just do
All
all your,
in-house.
what was the lead gen you used to do?
Well, basically non-prime services I used to do for credit cards, auto loans, things like that. We used to generate about 100,000 leads a day. So the large business.
Dang. Okay. So you're pushing, this is why I wanted to talk to you. I was like, yes, he's pushing some serious weight compared to a lot of people that you see out there. So how big's a team that handles 30 to 50 deals a month?
Okay. In call center, it depends on the division they handle. Okay. So for example, for incoming call for the pay-per-clicks, we have 3 dedicated agents. For texting, I believe it's 7 right now, which is they do the texting, they do the follow-up calls, and that's what they do. They get the leads ready. We have 4 evaluators. So their job is as soon as the lead comes up, they evaluate the leads. That's their job. Then it goes to acquisition team. And acquisition team today is, I believe, about 6 people. So we have 6 over there. Then from their acquisition team, once they have it under contract, then it goes, of course, to the disposition team and it goes on the title team, which is title team is about 4 people itself. And then we have the again, disposition team depends on MLS team or Facebook team. The MLS team, we have 2 on it, and Facebook team, I believe today we have 7 on that. And then we also have people that prepare the pictures, marketing materials, all those things. So that's what it is.
Okay. Yeah, that's a serious operation. So are with your acquisitions team, that looks like a big part of your team. How are you hiring them, and what type of things you look for in good acquisitions managers? How do you find those people and train them?
So it has changed over time. Now we have 4 overseas and I believe 3 in-house right now. So somebody that can talk. So one thing we did with our system, which was we realized that early on was that I can hire a salesperson. I can hire a call salesperson. I can hire a waiter to do the job. Okay. They just do not understand the technical side. So that's why we separated the evaluation team. So evaluation team goes out there does all the evaluation, puts all the comps, put all the links, put everything else ready, put it inside our CRM. So when our acquisition team talking to these people, all they're doing is sales part, nothing else. So basically, the way we do it, first of all, we're looking at someone that at least understands the basic of sales. They got to understand that. Customer service and sales, because they're both actually together. That's great. And then you have a series of videos they watch, then they shadow for a while, and then we start putting them on a low value deals. Figure out, and as they improve their skills, they understand better, they go to higher value deals as they move forward.
And so you can have people that work their way up from $2,000 flips all the way up into maybe your minor subdivide teams and things like that, where they're doing $1 million deals type thing.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. And how do you incentivize them? Is it hourly pay? Do you do parts of
So,
deals or commission? Yeah.
so both. So what do we do? And again, it depends on what level they are. We offer everybody a guarantee. They get a guarantee. And then every time they have a signed contract, they have a bonus based on how they got it in the contract, what we think the profit on that deal would be. And then at the time the sale finalizes, they make a percentage of that.
How do you keep track of their sales calls? Are you you have a coach who's listening to them? Or you have a QA process, or do you just get them going the right direction and trust them?
So we use Dialpad and we record every call. We try to listen as many calls as possible, but I'll be honest with you, that's a little bit impossible. We have a checklist that we ask everybody to go through their call. So we make sure they cover everything we asked them on our script. So it has a flow on it. So we want to make sure that they follow that flow on that one. And I have a meeting with the different groups. For example, Thursdays is made with my acquisition team. Friday with my disposition team. And we grab a couple of calls, we listen to the calls, and we basically everybody try to figure out what they could do better. That's been the best training ever.